Yeah, say so. Welcome to the podcast. It's been a long time. It's been like, what, 10 years?
10 years about.
Me.
We both
Yeah,
have
so
beards. Luxurious
yeah, we do.
beards.
Yeah.
Some
Growing them
people
out, yeah.
will not have known that we might have had beards beforehand.
But I had a beard. I had a
did.
beard the whole time.
Me too.
I've had a beard for like 20 years now.
I have to keep mine or else I'll look bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all in your mind.
So we've been gone forever, Ryan. I tell the listeners what you've been up to.
Well, I started my contracting company and officially started it. I mean, I was doing it as more side work. But yeah, we're like full bore into contracting now and have to branch off into a woodworking,
Oh, nice.
carpentry segment of that. So it's been busy, but it's been fun.
And listeners, he's super ripped, and you can see that now. Look at him.
Oh yes, oh yes.
That's
got
right.
all the muscles.
For those of the listeners that haven't caught on, we are now officially into the video podcast business. Even though we said that we wouldn't do it unless we were like together in a room, we're doing it. Then it's fun. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, we gave up all of our grounds on that and just threw everything to the wind and said, you know what, whatever, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, we were like,
So now
well,
you're gonna see awkward camera angles of us. It's like
mine's okay, but it's still kind of weird. I got this pepper plant back here, and you get to see
that was a nice pepper plant.
the power of the sun coming from right there. Sometimes
Oh yeah,
I just had to turn it off.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I saw that. I was like, what is that? But
It was
it's like a grow light or something.
the power of the sun in the
Oh,
palm of
okay.
my hand.
Cool. What kind of peppers are they?
I
Tell the listeners. They all need to know.
think they're habanero.
Nice.
I don't remember actually.
I grew some Genghis Khan brain peppers and about sent my brother-in-law to the hospital.
Oh wow.
He started swelling up. He ate like a 16th of the pepper and he started
That's-
swelling up. His tongue got all puffy and he couldn't talk.
I've never even heard of
Don't
those.
do that at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're hot.
That sounds like
1.5 million Scoville. So
we should eat them on the podcast before an episode starts.
yeah, that's a bad idea.
Really?
I had a little bit. I mean, it was as hot as you'd expect.
We can have
1.5 million Scoville.
we'd have a whole podcast dedicated to having eaten hot peppers and then recording a podcast.
We definitely could.
Yeah.
That is just an option actually, because I'm about to start growing. Well, I guess not about next year. I start growing a bunch more of hot peppers.
Awesome.
Have to send them up there to you to eat. So
I'll eat them. I'll eat all of them. But yeah, listener, we've given up all of our aspirations to be the biggest podcast in the world, and now we're just gonna be the coolest podcast in the world and the best one.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. So you have that to look forward to. We have segments. You can't see them, but they're on my whiteboard here. Ryan doesn't own a
See
whiteboard.
just the tail end of them.
He's
I
poor.
don't actually.
He's really poor.
I am poor.
This
Very poor.
actually, right here, listeners, and well, actually, viewers, because listeners can't see it. Oh, sucks to suck. This is us when we planned out what we were gonna do. See how filled it is? Wow,
So good.
we filled out
All of 10 things.
that tail end of the podcast and the intro. The intro was right there, and then there was a segment with nothing, and then we just kind of tossed ideas at each other for a while over text. It was
Yeah.
good.
Let me pick the ones that were funny and not necessarily practical ones. But
Yeah, they're not very practical, but they're funny and good. I like them. Ryan likes them the most. Ryan's like the biggest
I do.
fan
I love them.
of
Yeah, I am.
one specifically.
Yes,
It has his
that is
name
correct.
in it.
You'll get to it. We'll get to it. Don't worry about it, guys.
We'll get to it.
They're all asking. I can tell they're all asking. Well, what is it?
They are.
Yeah.
They're like hopping on
Gotta
their
wait.
tippy toes.
Yeah.
Recently, I took the podcast out of the true crime segment because we're not doing that anymore. It turned out to be interesting talks, but boring episodes. So we're not doing that. We're not good at it that much. And I put it in the comedy one. And Ryan, I want to know, do you think we'll get more male listeners now?
Um, I doubt it because that's probably just our moms supporting us.
It's probably
So,
mostly just women that know us, yeah. And by that, I mean Ryan, because I don't know any.
I don't know any women. You know your mom. Your
I don't
mom
know
was
my, I don't know my
probably
mom.
listening to something. Oh,
Yeah,
you don't have a
yeah,
mom.
yeah,
I forgot.
yeah.
It's a hard story.
Yeah.
We don't want to get into that. No.
Nah, I know a couple, but it's mainly Ryan because he's a womanizer. Look at him.
No, that's you.
Couldn't be further from the truth. Uh, yeah, our segments, they're good, they're nice. We had to get some help from an AI with one because we don't have anyone to question and answer or advice.
Yeah, not yet. You gotta put your comments down below and send us video message or audio messages or whatever they allow.
Yeah, you know,
I
just
don't even
you just
remember.
email us. That'll be good. So at
Yeah,
some
you
point
can
we'll
email
set
us
up.
questions.
At some point we can set up a phone number and they can leave voicemails. We'll play. That'll be good.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
But we have to have someone to listen to the podcast first, so
No, no. We'll just make an AI do it.
just make an AI calls us, leave us voice messages.
It actually ended up being a pretty funny question for our long break. You know, season 3 now.
Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, that's right. Because you're going into season 2 before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it
Oh
has to be
man.
season 3.
Yeah, you're right.
I am, and I'm
What is
always
your
right.
first topic though?
First topic. We're
What's the
doing it
first
right
first thing on the
now.
list?
Well, actually, technically, our first topic is intro. So we've already got that down into
Intro.
the bag, and we're doing the second topic right now as we speak. It is Ryan and Griffin talk. Very aptly named.
uh,
I should say.
yeah.
I should say. Listeners and viewers. Wow. Since we last recorded an episode, I'm a published author. Wow.
Oh
Very
yeah,
cool.
yeah. We should check his book out. It is good. I can second that non-biased opinion.
Yeah, not biased at all.
It's a good book. It is. I liked it actually.
You
It's
finished
actually
it?
written very well because like some of those books you read a book and it's just like from the beginning you can tell like oh the writer's just not very good at writing. You know how some stories
Yeah.
are laid out and it's just like hard to read and not really enjoyable, but he
Yeah.
did a good job and I think it's very readable as far as that goes and um I'm enjoying it so far, so
That's epic. I got a
link it down
lot.
below or something.
I got. Well, I might actually. Yeah. I got a lot of help with the prose from my dad. He's my co-author, but the story is all mine. It all belongs to me, and I'm apparently really good at it. I got
Yeah.
the talent and the instinct apparently. So that's good.
It's all about drive. It's all about talent,
It's all about drive. It's all about power. What is the next lyrics?
hunger. I think it's take a shower.
Take a shower. Take a cold shower.
Yeah.
Ryan, I've been taking cold
Uh,
showers. They suck.
yeah, I don't do that.
What kind
Only
of
in the summer. I mean, in the summer when it's 105, I'll take a cold shower. But
you take steam
you
and
know,
hot showers?
in the winter, yeah. In the winter, I'll take the hot showers. Yeah.
Ryan, let's get into your showers. Let's get further into
No,
your
no.
showers.
That's about all you need to know.
Ryan, do you use 3-in-1 shampoo or two different shampoo and conditioner?
I think mine's only a 2-in-1.
That's pretty good. You know, they're not bad.
Yeah, everyone's always like making fun of us for that, like 9-in-1 shampoos. But like, hey, if you can get everything done and all at once, brushing your teeth and
Yeah, yeah.
and all that kind of stuff is all at once. That's good.
Yeah. Well, one of the things is like, I I know from having long hair, had to use the conditioner, which you can just use in the 2-in-1 shampoo, but to use the conditioner, you can't get your roots. And when you have shorter hair, not necessarily like mine now, it's pretty long. When you have the shorter hair, it's hard to just get the hair and not the roots. So better to do 2-in-1.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. And I had a lot for the longest time. I had a hard time being able to wash my hair and not getting dandruff because like I could like I would like leave soap
Yeah,
down on the scalp because my hair was long. I couldn't get it out, and I was washing my hair way too much. But I've since got that under control.
I had to get a
Figured out how
little.
to actually wash my hair.
I had to get a little funny scrubber to get mine.
Oh, loofah.
No, different. It's like this weird thing with silicone spikes on it. But
Oh,
my hair is like too
nice.
thick and all that, so I have to really scrub at it to get the dandruff off and
Yeah,
not leave any residue.
yeah, 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 and then trying to get all the soap out because like if you leave soap on there, you get dandruff. If you don't get soap on it, it's like you get dandruff. It's like what? It's just
Yeah.
like you have to be right in that in between middle area.
Or you just don't
But
use
I don't.
shampoo at all. No shampoo.
That's a good idea. You just use a bar of soap.
Not even a bar of soap. Not even. Just water. What do you think about
Just
that?
water.
Some people do that.
I cannot recommend that. Um,
For medical
because
reasons?
everyone I've ever seen like that, it's just like you can smell them from about 40 yards away, and
Yeah.
like, man, take a shower at some point because they're like, oh, I don't need to wash my hair. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't need to wash any of me, and then you're just like, please no.
Yeah. Maybe it worked before, but not
Do you hear
today.
that? Yeah.
We're too
Yeah.
civilized.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
That's good. That's good.
I f-
Ryan, do you want to do the dad joke of the week now?
yes, actually,
Wait,
I would
wait.
love.
You gotta play a funny sound.
Okay. Um.
Yeah! Dad joke of the week.
um. Okay, so did you hear about the circus fire?
No.
Because it was intense.
Oh, yeah. Oh. And
Uh,
listeners and viewers, we got to come up with a name for that because that's too much of a mouthful. Use that on all your friends and family today when you hear it. That'll be good.
oh my gosh.
I
We
like
do a
that.
second one.
Second one, oh, we're being blessed today.
Okay, so I went to the store to find some camouflage pants, but I couldn't find any.
Oh! That's pretty good. I like jokes like that.
uh,
Ryan,
cracks me up.
what do we call our listeners, viewers?
Listeners, viewers.
Eh,
Oh, that's right. We now have viewers,
yeah, we're gonna have viewers now.
or the potential for viewers.
Yeah,
Um.
the potential for listeners and viewers, technically.
Yeah.
Maybe we get a couple of you listeners. We should name
Yeah. I
them
don't know. Let's see.
something that goes with our name. An
Oh,
option,
didn't like Lady Gaga name hers like Little Monsters or something?
little what's?
I think Lady Flowers Little Monsters.
Oh, little monsters. That's weird.
Yeah.
We
The B or Justin Bieber crowd is like the Beliebers.
they
I don't know. I don't know.
are you proposing we
Uh,
call our fans the Ryan Levers? The
no, that's way too
relievers?
long. And
The relievers?
that's no, that's too convoluted. That's be something short, like one syllable word,
Yeah.
like Bob, like Greg.
Oh, Greg.
Danny, if you're
Oh my
listening to this,
goodness.
we're stealing it.
Danny, oh. There's a lot of too long ones. I was like, what should we call them? Worldly travelers? No, that's not a very good one. You know, that's too long.
Yeah, it's too long. Well,
It kind of fits with the name because we got world in our name, but it's too long.
like Drew Gonzalez, or not Drew Gonzalez, Drew
Drew
Gooden.
Gonzalez.
He's his followers are, um, oh gosh, I just drew a blank.
I don't
Oh,
remember it either.
Guy. He always says, "What's up,
Oh,
Guy?" or
hey guy,
whatever.
yeah.
You know. Yeah. Yes. We need something like that.
Should I
I
just
would do it.
here? Let's see if ChatGPT, the great content ChatGPT, can come up with one.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Give the robots the power to name all of the viewers and listeners all at the same time.
Oh, here we go. Is it gonna come up with one? And it came up with 10. Ryan, see if you like
Came up with
any of
10.
these. All right. Number 1, World Savers. Number 2, RnG Heroes. Number 3, Global Gamblers. Number 4, Random Rescuers. Number 5, Savers of Chaos. Number 6, Podcast Protectors. Number 7, the RnG Alliance. Number 8, World Changers. Number 9, Random Saviors. Number 10, Earth's RN Guardians. RNG Guardians? RN Guardians.
I like the gambler one.
That's kind of
The
funny.
best out of all of those. The random gamblers.
Global Gamblers.
Global gamblers.
Yeah, the random one is Random Saviors.
Ah, okay. Call them the global gamblers. Get the
Global
tongue twister,
Gamblers.
that was hard to
Remember,
say.
guys, you're always one roll away from your biggest win. That's the
Yes, and every roll away from financial destruction.
well, no. That doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, Ryan.
If you lose $2,000, but you gain $150, you won. You did it.
Yeah,
Be proud.
guys, 99% of gamblers quit before their biggest win. So, take that to heart.
There's a reason for that. They run out of money and then they have to quit.
I have to. It's so sad. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna call the listeners slash viewers slash enjoyers, the podcast enjoyers. Hello, enjoyers. That's all right. That's a nice placeholder. That's
We'll
not a
come
nice
up with something.
placeholder.
It's not really, but
No,
it
I can't
works
be.
for now.
I can't be
This
like
episode.
for the enjoyers at home. That doesn't sound good. For
You
the
could just call them the viewer. Just viewer.
viewer. For the plebeians at home, Ryan is Ryan is doing thing right now. Oh yeah. Hey, send us an email. What should we call you? Unless we're like really far into the podcast, in which you can still send us an email if you're like catching up. But also don't, because we may have chosen one or not.
Just do it anyway. We'll
We
make fun
mi-
of you if it's bad.
we
We
might
might talk about it.
we
Maybe.
might use a random one for every single episode, and we're not gonna do that. 'cause
That's what I was thinking. We just like pick a different one for every episode.
That'd be so much work. Oh. Oh man. Should we move on, Ryan? Should we move on to
Should.
the next segment? We can do. So here's the thing, right? Relying on ChatGPT a bit for this episode, just for the back work, because we came up with the stuff, but we were unprepared for the stuff, the segments. I asked it for an improv to do, and it came up with this really cool, really cool one. That's gonna be so funny, and we're definitely doing it. Title: The Forgotten Recipe, setting a quirky, cluttered kitchen in a small family-owned bakery. Characters: 1. Baker, an eccentric and forgetful baker who is known for creating magical pastries. 2. Customer, a regular customer who has a special request for a bakery with a forgotten family recipe. Now, riddle me this, Ryan. What exactly would they be doing?
They had a magical baker, and they're baking. So they're baking magical things,
Yeah,
or
magical.
just he's a magical baker.
He's creating magical pastries. It doesn't say if he's magical.
Oh, okay.
Or
Well,
she. Or she, Ryan.
yeah. I think it'd be best if he doesn't, he or she, whoever's cooking, does not know that they're making magical pastries until the pastries start doing stuff.
So that's a good
Start like
improv.
getting up and running around the kitchen and stuff, and trying to figure out what's happening to all the pastries. Blames his friend or whoever's the coworker for eating them all, and then they're all just like gathering sporks from the silverware drawer, and they're gonna fight back.
That's pretty good. All right, Ryan. We're doing that. Here's the scenario. You're the baker you just described, and I am customer B.
Okay.
Go.
So Bob over there keeps eating all the pastries, but we will definitely get you your pastry as soon as the next ones come out of the oven. I am so sorry for the wait. Um, but uh, there's some free coffee if you want to help yourself while you're waiting for the oven to go off.
Okay. Okay. I'll get some coffee. Here.
Beep, beep, beep. The oven's going off. Okay.
Oh. Whoa.
What kind of
That was quick.
frosting did you want on that pastry?
Raspberry.
Raspberry frosting. Let me see. Where did those pastries go? Bro, did you eat those pastries again? Oh, dude, I didn't eat those pastries. What do you mean, bro? What do you mean you didn't eat the pastries?
Is everything okay
So
back there?
dramatic turnaround. Mass hysteria and screaming comes from the kitchen.
Hey, is everything okay back there? Is everything all
And at
right?
that moment, pastries with knives and forks jump up on the counter and, and force you to give them your wallet and your any belongings that you may have in your pocket.
Just hand them over. There you go.
They steal your stuff and they run out into the street screaming and get picked off by birds.
Does one of them like get away and take identity theft from me? Steal my identity.
Yes, it shows up on the news too. He changes his ID picture, goes for his license renewal, and he gets his picture, and it's the first pastry to get his driver's license.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked that improv, Ryan. That's pretty good.
It's been a while. I'm a bit rusty. I haven't improved in many, many years. At least that's
Yeah.
what it feels like.
Ooh. Yeah. So that's exactly what ChatGPT is missing. Creativity at all in any form.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I like that. I've been listening to a podcast that does like little characters in improv, and they do like a ton of them. They're all about it. So I was like, let's do something kind of like that, but also with our roots. So it's mainly based on you, and I'm in it. Ryan does improv. That's a segment. It's beautiful. How everyone likes it.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
It's gonna be people sending us emails, but like, we hate it.
Yeah. Podcast enjoyers, bad name. If you have any feedback for our segments, we will take it. We will.
We may not listen, but we'll take.
Yeah,
We'll read it for
it,
sure. But
it will go to our inbox if you email us.
yes, exactly.
There's gonna be
It may
one.
not ever. You know.
There's gonna be one. I'm just gonna hit it off now. If you the joke is that of this segment is that neither Ryan or me are particularly good at improv, and we don't stick by the rules. So there.
Yes.
Good. Now we have we have made the emails not come in unless they're the type of people to pause the podcast and then email.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is probably nobody, but
Well, yeah, probably because our podcast
who does
enjoys.
that? Who pauses it to email? They probably email while they're listening or
Yeah, they
afterward.
might. I don't know.
Something. I don't know.
There's a lot of YouTube comments like that, so who knows? Oh, you could comment on a YouTube channel. I need to get up to date with season 2. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah. Yes, we do now have a YouTube channel. It was set up for the end of season 1, wasn't it?
We set it up around there. So it is up to the end of season 1, I believe. It should be pretty far in by the time this episode comes up, maybe, if I get on it, if I decide to.
Yeah.
That's my role
You gotta
in this
get on
podcast. I am the doer, and Ryan is the backbone, because without Ryan this podcast literally would not happen ever.
I'm the one that can keep the conversation flowing.
Exactly. I would not be able to do that. Ryan also might be the one to take over the financials. We're not doing anything with him right now, but I don't want to do anything with him at all. So.
Oh yeah, that is something I do know pretty well, running my own business. So.
Yeah, especially with even before that with the eBay stuff, you were doing your own little shop.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Check out my eBay store. Yeah,
check it out, guys. Link in the description.
For a long time.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Ryan is like the master at maths, and I hate them, and I will avoid them at all costs. So
yeah, I don't like math, but
Ryan loves math. The math is his favorite subject. Ryan, what was your favorite subject in school? Have we ever said?
I believe I had to pick my favorite subject. Honestly, I don't remember school at all, but
yeah. It's been a while.
I actually did enjoy geometry, though.
Really?
I mean, that is a math, but I actually did like the geometry course I took. So
I don't
know if it was my favorite, but
yeah, I never took geometry because I hated things like Pythagorean's theorem, and so I thought I would hate the geometry too. But I liked algebra because of my teacher, and only that. Why?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Next segment. 10-second TED Talks. 10-second TED Talks, Ryan.
10-second TED Talks. I thought it was, for some reason, I was thinking it was 10 minutes.
10-minute TED Talks.
I got a lot of time to fill.
We could do that.
Okay. I would teach y'all how to pour concrete because I'm currently doing a concrete job.
Yes.
So you want to make sure that your surface is level. I'm going to try to talk fast because we only got 10 seconds here. But you want to make sure your surface is level. And you would typically, if you're pouring a freestanding slab, it's not going to be tied into any other existing structures. You want to pour some footers, dig little holes, circular holes, typically with a hole, a post hole digger. And I typically do that to keep them located because over here we have a lot of clay and stuff like to shift. And so then you want to form it up with your boards, your 2x6 typically. Get everything nice and level, make sure there's not holes so the concrete can't flow out. And then you want to toss in your rebar and you get your tie wire and you get that little spinny tool that really helps. And the pre-looped tie wire is the best because you can just spin them up and tie them all together. And you have little plastic pedestals they stand on to keep them in the middle of the slab. And then you're going to want to get your concrete mix not like wet, where like it's like water, but you don't want it like super dry either. I typically, when I'm pouring a slab, will be like in the pancake batter type range. and it just makes it easier. A lot of people will import like soup, and that really compromises some structural integrity. So I typically pour it like pancake batter, lump it all in there, and then you're gonna want to float it with your foam float, and then you're gonna make sure you make sure it's flat first with your board. You can run a board over the top of it, and make sure it's all nice and level. And you got a foam float, and you can float it, and all the water will come up to the surface, and then it'll start to dry. And then as it's starting to dry, you can float it or fix any issues you may have in the surface quality, and then you let it dry. And that's how you pour concrete in 10 seconds or less.
That was pretty good. Yeah. Listeners,
I think I went over 10 seconds, but
listeners and viewers and enjoyers, let us know if Ryan went over by any amount, if he even did. Ryan.
yes.
I haven't listened to TED
Still
Talks
here.
in a while, so I'm just gonna talk. I'm gonna take part in this segment, but I don't know what TED Talks go about, so I'm just gonna say things, say things. You know, good.
Yes.
Ryan, at my job, you know this. I told you, but I want to tell more people how upset I am about it. I had to do pickup, which is where you just wheel a really heavy cart around with tons of paper, documents on it, and checks. And you have to be dexterous and not let the checks slip away from the documents while pushing around a heavy cart. And I did it like 3 weeks ago now, before I went to a writers conference. And then and when I did it then, they were even like, hey, have you ever done this before? And I was like, yes, I have. I did it. It was a while ago, but I can do it just fine. And then I did it like last week. It was last week. I did it for the whole last week. And you know what they said when they put me on it? They're like, Griffin, have you ever done this before? And I was like, yes, I have. I have done this before. And then this week I was like, surely they're going to put me on something nice and easy, like our normal work. No. I was put on a whole new type of job that I had to learn today. And it is a fairly easy one, but I don't want to put in the time or effort. So there's my talk.
Yeah, that is the hard life.
Yeah, it truly is.
Pushing those carts around really sucks too, because I
It
never
does.
actually pushed a cart around, but my dad always does ergonomic reviews, and like pushing carts around. It's like the biggest thing that causes injuries in workplaces is
Yeah.
those big heavy carts.
Every time I do it, I get this. Oh, sorry. I get a thing in my back. I have to keep popping it and like twist it around in my chair and
Oh
pop it.
yeah,
Sucks.
yeah, because it puts you in a weird position to like hunch over and push those carts and stuff. So
Yeah. Any position you put your back in, it's always bad because there's pressure, the most pressure on one point, either further down your back in the lower back or on your higher back, depending on where you bend or don't.
yeah, exactly. Maybe we should do an ergonomics review section where we just like complain about workplace
Yeah.
workplace unsafety,
Workplace
unsafe
unsafety.
workplaces.
Safety third.
Uh,
Here's my review for pushing a cart around with heavy documents on it. 0 out of 10. Would not do again, but will have to.
yeah. Yeah, at least they didn't make you crawl under a semi truck when
Yeah.
or semi truck trailer, excuse me, with every jack in the shop lifting it up.
I am
Because
glad.
I've been there and I've done that one. It's not fun.
I am glad that I don't
Like
have
if
to do
this falls, you're
anything
dead. I'm
like
like,
that.
okay, that's great. I'm gonna slide on here now. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, I'm glad I don't have to do anything like that, like blue collar stuff or anything, because my body would probably fail, and I'd get a serious impermanent injury from
yeah,
that. I'm frail
life
boned.
altering injuries.
Frail bone. I got bird bones, Ryan. I got bird bones.
Bird bones?
Look at them.
Is that a technical term?
Yeah,
Technical medical term?
it's a medical term. My bones are hollow, Ryan. They're filled with whipped cream. That'd be pretty
Uh,
fun. Break them
that would
open.
be pretty strange. It's just whipped cream.
It's just whipped cream. It's really old, so it's moldy and stuff.
Mm,
Would you drink my whipped
yeah.
cream out of my buns?
No,
Why?
no, I'm sorry. Because
Uh,
I have boundaries, okay?
oh man. Second segment, boundaries. Oh, that'd be sad.
Yeah, boundaries.
That'd be super interesting and cool. Sweet.
Yes, it would. It totally would.
I have another
Wait,
segment, Ryan. Are you happy
we,
for it?
do we end the TED Talk segment?
I
Is it over?
Unless you want to do another one. You want to do another one? Oh yeah.
We gotta add it.
I forgot
The
about the
audience
sound
clap.
effects.
You gotta put that in there. Yeah.
That's good. I like it.
So now it can be officially be done. Yeah,
This is actually turning out pretty good. Better than I thought, actually. These segments, they're
mm-hmm.
pulling off pretty good. I like the talks we have between them, even though we have a Ryan and Griffin talk segment. They're good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
All right. Listener question from ChatGPT. I made it say this. We don't have any listener questions from listeners. Okay. Ryan, you ready?
I'm ready.
Hey, podcast name crew. Love tuning into your podcast every week. I've been dealing with a challenging situation lately and I could use some advice. How do you guys handle stress and burnout? Any tips for maintaining a healthy work life balance? I find myself constantly overwhelmed and it's affecting my overall well being. Would love to hear your thoughts on this. Thanks. Listener name. The question I put in just for context is, give me an entry for the Q&A/advice segment of me and my friend's podcast for us to respond to. So it's completely random, but it's pretty funny because we haven't been weekly for a long time, and
We're the wrong people to ask because we just like stopped. Like stopped doing it.
completely the wrong
Completely.
person to ask. I was just talking about how I hate my job so much. So I'm burnt out, man, from that.
Oh gosh, yeah.
From 1 week of
That's
work.
too realistic though.
Still realistic.
Man, yeah, I don't even know how you could handle that. Cause I don't handle that.
No, I
Either
don't.
you just push through or you just stop. That's like
Uh,
that's all I've ever done.
here you go, fake listener. Just find some work you like to do. I think live streaming is kind of fun, and I'm working on being able to talk during it. That's kind of fun, but I don't know how. I don't know how to do things without making them feel productive. That's why I don't play games so much anymore. Cause like that's kind of time wasted. I'll live stream them. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I mean we kind of did s- make adjustments to the podcast schedule
Mhm.
where we started going like 2 a month or whatever, and we're doing it on the same day or whatever we went to, just trying to break it up a little bit from the, because we were doing it like twice a week, and it was just we just like started to get burnout on it, and so we did adjust the schedule quite a bit, and
Yeah.
try to make it a little more fun and interesting too, because when we first started out, I mean, it was just like trying to talk for an hour, and it was it was hard to
Yeah.
just talk for an hour. That's what the segments actually. That's what the segments are for. So
That's what the segments are for. And
that's why we have segments now.
we're probably gonna come up with nice little topics too to come up with the to talk about in the just talking segment. Fun little topics
Mhm.
make it even easier. It'll be good. Yeah.
So that's how you handle burnout.
Handling burnout, you put together a plan and a calendar and stuff, and segment your time nicely. Do nice things to combat the not nice things, and that's pretty much all the advice is can be. And it won't be much more than that. I mean, also, a pretty here's what we can say. Don't bite off more than you can chew, because me and Ryan, guess what? When we started podcasting, we had 2 podcasts. We were like, we're gonna do these both once a week.
Oh my
Horrible,
gosh, yeah.
horrible idea.
Yeah.
We
That
had
did not go well.
we had a bit of burnout from the get go. So yeah,
Mhm. Although I did enjoy the Mushishi episodes and
they were nice.
talking about them. But then trying to do, 2.5 hours of podcasting every couple of days or whatever. It's just like hard because you get home from work too, because we're
Yeah.
working jobs, and then you gotta podcast, and, you know.
Yeah. That's why we gotta get this podcast freaking monetized, dude, so we can get that money. I want to do
Mm,
it.
you're listening, give us money.
Listeners, give us money. Subscribe to our Patreon. No, just tell people about the podcast if you like it. That's good enough. I don't want to work my job anymore, and Ryan probably might. I don't know, but
I don't
disposable
know.
income is
I
good.
mean, yeah, it's nice to have
Yeah,
uh multiple streams of income too. So,
multiple streams of income, passive income. Oh, brother.
oh, not necessarily passive, but like where you can put in a couple hours in each job a week and whatever makes some money.
I mean, this will be pretty passive after a while. Podcasts. People have favorite episodes of
Well,
podcasts.
well, I think podcast is like in the books category where it's like semi-passive, where you write the
Semi-passive.
book or
Yeah,
you do the podcast or whatever, and then people watch it, and then you can earn money from them watching it or buying your book copy or whatever.
it's pretty fair. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not passive because you have to put the initial effort in and also the marketing and all that other stuff. And
Ryan, I don't put any effort in.
none at all. You can
None.
tell.
None.
No.
I'm not being slightly more energetic than I usually am because
Yeah.
that's nice and cool and funny. I'll tell you
You
what,
should
I'm
have smashed a Red Bull
there. Oh yeah,
right before the.
give you wings. Nah, I have to have my caffeine in the morning, or else I can't wake up. I'm not keeping my eyes wider than they usually are. I'm not doing that. It looks like I'm got closed eyes half the time. I've been seeing the camera. It's fun. It's funny.
Yeah, the glasses don't help. It kind of makes it look like you're half asleep.
Yeah. Ryan, I've been thinking, what if I get like the old man Stanley type glasses?
You should.
It would be really funny.
Yeah, it would be.
I think I will. I'm just not
You should.
entirely sure.
Definitely try them on before you actually buy them.
Yeah.
Because
It
they look horrible.
they will probably accentuate the bags I have under my eyes. The slight bags.
And sleep deprivedness.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
That's what the coffee's for, though.
Oh yeah. My sleep depravity. That's not the right word. That's not the right.
Deprivation.
Is yeah. It's deprivation. I can't like the depravity is like not the same thing. Ooh. My sleep deprivation has definitely gone up. It was getting better. I was getting like normal amounts of sleep, but since doing pickup, 5 hours max. Yep. And
I'm
not
still hitting about 4 hours a day, but
what?
I still go at about 3 to 4 hours a day. But
3 to 4 hours of
I actually
sleep.
that's pretty good for me because for a long time I was getting like 2 or 3 hours. I had a Fitbit tracking it. It was like you woke up 27 times last night.
Oh, I don't keep track of
That's how
that.
it's been.
I did.
I used to, but I haven't for a while now.
That's pretty much the same with me. I don't know how many times I wake up. It feels like a fair amount, but I don't know. Anyway, I was getting good amounts because I was like, I gotta build that muscle, man.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, not anymore.
I go to the gym and he's still rock climbing at the gym.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I didn't go.
Good.
I didn't go for 2 weeks because I went to my writing conference, rather.
Right. Yeah. I remember that.
And then I got insanely sick from it and it felt like dying. So I didn't go for 2 weeks. But I just went this week and it was pretty all right. I wasn't able to do the runs that I'm usually able to do because I'm not warmed up and my tendons are not warmed up, and that's like the biggest part of it. But
Yeah, well, probably being sick tensed you up a lot too.
probably. But I've been wondering how if I went to a massage parlor, how tense would they tell me I am? Because I've never gotten a massage.
Like, is this a person or is this concrete?
It's concrete. You brought concrete in here. That'd be funny. Yeah. I did. I also I got sore from it, which hasn't happened in a long time. It was fun.
Oh wow, moving up in the world.
Moving up in the world. It's probably just to show that I need to do harder runs at the gym.
Yeah, yeah.
Get stronger. Yeah, no. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. What do you think, Ryan? What do you think? Move on to the next one? Move on to the next.
Man, let's go for it. Let's go for it.
All right. Well, the next segment, it's kind of weird. I have a response to the question today. I don't know if you do, but the segment is called "Save the World," at least for now, or it could be called "Save the World" with a question mark, so we could answer the question. Ryan, how do we save the world today, this week?
Um, this week, how do we save the world? Hmm. Well, it's a good question.
Yeah. Here, I'll give my answer so you can kind of think on yours. Listener, viewer, enjoyer, I think the question for this week and indeed going forward is probably to go and socialize because nobody does today in this day and age. It stopped with most of it stopped, I believe, with Pokemon Go going out of style and then us going into a quarantine where nobody talked to each other. So, at our we have our society has significantly gotten worse because of that, I think.
Yeah, well, I feel like a lot more people are depressed now too, even afterward.
I think
Even
so.
after a lot during the lockdowns, whatever, but even afterward, they're still depressed. And
Yeah.
my answer is stop making prank videos, guys, please.
That's a good answer.
Like seriously.
I
Like
agree.
why are y'all copying other people, trying to make prank videos and stuff and not making good content just for attention for 10 seconds or whatever and negative attention too.
Negative
Like
answer.
I don't know why everyone's seeking negative attention because it's like, oh, but it's still attention, but like
Yeah.
it's
The
horrible. It's terrible.
They have the notion that all press is good press, and it is in fact not really.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with some of those people that are committing crimes during pranks. It's like that's gonna
Yeah.
affect the rest of your future here. You're gonna go to a job and they're gonna be like, what are you doing? You did all this other stuff, and you'd be like, yeah, well, it's just a prank.
Like that,
So,
like the one British dude, he was talked about a while ago. He like went into someone's house, I think,
oh yeah, I remember
and
him.
yeah. Don't do that, guys. Annoying. It's annoying
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, and then go on live TV and be like, British laws are lax, man. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
Uh, don't
Instead,
throw your life away for 10 seconds of fame. It's really not worth it.
it's not worth it, and it's really cringy, and
It is. It's hard to handle.
you won't
Um,
get like a following from it if you're looking for a following. I mean, you'll get a following, I guess, if you want to call it that. You won't get a community. That's a better word for it.
no, no, you will maybe potentially get your 10 seconds of fame, and you'll be
Maybe a little
several
bit.
months. I won't even know who you are.
Yeah, it'll fade fast. That's how it is for the negative stuff. You
Yep.
get it and then they go. That's how it is.
Hmm.
Not like us, not like me, guys. In order to get that good community and following, make Shelman's Big Bang Bazinga Bing Bong Burger and eat it.
Oh
Uh,
gosh,
I did that on my YouTube channel.
is
If
that
you
cat
find it,
food?
it's fine. Yeah, I
Is
would.
that cat food?
There's cat food on it. Yeah,
Okay, I was like, that looks like cat food. And then you took a bite. I was like, oh, that's gonna. Oh my gosh.
it was gross. Actually, the time it was in my mouth felt like a lot longer than it was. In editing, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be like 5 seconds, maybe two,
Yeah.
maybe." It's kind of
Yeah, it's
reaching a
just like,
bit.
oh, just like immediately came right up.
There were so many
Uh,
moments in that I wanted to cut out. It was like, "Oh, that's too gross. That's too gross," but I left it in. So
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Hey, if anybody finds that, I'm not gonna tell you where it is, but if anybody finds it, cool. Yeah.
Tell them, leave a comment and tell them that you found
Yeah.
the video from the podcast.
Leave me. It'll be easy to find if you want to look for it. It's got a pretty specific title. So, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna get famous, Ryan. What are you gonna do when I'm famous?
And come to your door and be like, you gotta feed me and clothe me and buy me cars now.
I probably will. I'm gonna have to buy
That's
a.
joking.
I'm gonna have to buy a green Ford Corvette so you can drive me around in it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll be your chauffeur. There you go. You could hire me as your chauffeur.
I would. I would do that. I don't know how to handle those cars. I don't want to learn how to drive manual. That's nerve wracking.
No, that's fun.
It
So much
sounds
better.
kind of fun, but I don't want to do it. I'd ruin a car. I would
No,
for
okay.
sure.
So there's a caveat because there's people that are on like the diehard manual section. Like, oh, you have to have a manual. For a sports car, small sports car, absolutely. A manual transmission, absolutely. I would recommend that. For your daily driver, no, I wouldn't.
That
Like,
makes sense.
it's just a pain.
Yeah.
And there's all those people that like die on the hill of, oh, it has to be a manual transmission, whatever. But no, for your daily driver, or if you have a truck that you're towing stuff with, no, no,
Yeah.
you go with the automatic transmission. There's no reason to have a manual transmission in them.
You go with automatic and you make it manual. You make
Yes,
it manual. Oh
you
yeah.
reach down in there and you shift it with your fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pull the old it's nerf for nothing and you make it manual.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Ryan, one day we should make a giant nerf gun or something of the like the people do. It'd be fun.
But we just copy everything the people do.
We copy
That's how we-
every single thing.
Everything. We become the next fake Mr. Beast.
Speaking of other people's content, Ryan, it's time for the great segment that that everybody was waiting for, even though they didn't know that it existed. Ryan, it's the recommendation segment. I stole it directly from Rhett and Link's podcast.
Oh. So I have to recommend content channels or what kind
Anything.
of content here?
Anything at all.
I would check out Danny Gonzalez. We got to plug him here. We got to get him on the
Yeah.
podcast.
We should
I'd
plug
check
him
out
here.
Danny Gonzalez. He makes some quality videos. Go join Greg because
Mhm,
it's a fun place to be around, and they're
It
all pretty cool. So that would be my recommendation of the day.
I still have to watch his latest video where it's like he gets AI clothes, right?
Oh yeah, like the fake fashion or whatever
Yeah.
that people are trying to sell now. It's like you don't actually get to touch them, but they're like regular clothes prices and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of take a picture, kind of like edits on you, and it's pretty dumb.
It is. It is. My recommendation, and this is gonna be something that I just remembered fairly recently. When my family used to go to Barnes and Noble more often, I would often find books to read in the sitting that we were there, or books to read over multiple sittings because I would just remember the pages. But one book series that I got really engrossed into, that's technically a manga series, which is almost comic books for you, Ryan. I don't know if you know.
I kind of have an idea.
It's like
I think.
it's like comic books but long, and from Japan. Anyway, one series that I got really into was the Pokemon Adventure Diamond and Pearl series. It's 8 books long and it's fantastic. But also, it's for 8 to 12, ages 8 to 12. So our viewers might not like it, but I recommend it. It's fun.
Good. Nice.
Yeah. Aren't I the smartest little boy you've ever seen, Ryan?
Yes, you are.
I'll give a more in-depth recommendation later, but that was on my mind today specifically. I don't know if I ordered it. I might have. I don't think I don't know. I've got bookshelves. I got 2 more bookshelves. I have one bookshelf right there, and then I got another one to put right there, and then I'm getting another
Nice.
one to put right there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can never have enough bookshelves.
No, especially with a room as small as mine. It's pretty small.
Yeah. Yeah, I have four something bookshelves.
They're fantastic.
They're small ones, but they fit in
Yeah.
my books. So
My two are kind of small, but they do fit a fair amount of books, especially if you stack them like this, and then you put more on top of the other ones. That's good.
yeah, it's double stack, triple stack, and just see how
Pretty
many
much.
you can fit on them.
I was in fact almost going to start putting them, like stacking them like this again over the ones like this.
Hmm.
That's gonna be really good for our listeners. They're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. I stacked them so that they were facing spine out like in a normal bookshelf, and then I stacked more horizontally on top of the vertically stacked ones, and I was considering stacking more vertically in in front of the vertical ones. There you go, listeners, not
Now it's
viewers.
been explained. Now you have no bounds to complain about not knowing what we're talking about.
None whatsoever. And if I catch you on any unofficial forum that would totally exist right now, then I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna comment on it. And that's it. Yep. Exactly. That I'm gonna I'm gonna have a
Yeah,
swear word, and
put it out.
I'm gonna have a swear word in a YouTube video, and I'm gonna censor it with that sound, like old YouTube. Remember that, Ryan?
Oh yeah.
I love
Is that
that.
what this crack is for?
I don't know. I just remember there was some kind of quack sound that they censored things with, and it was really classic and awesome. And I'm gonna use it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. It's funny.
I loved it. Ryan, Ryan, before we do our last segment, just tell me one thing that you loved from old YouTube.
Old YouTube.
Old YouTube.
The content.
The
The good
content.
content and the non pushy content that's like all about like attention grabbing stuff.
Yeah.
Because what I used to use old YouTube for is to like learn how to build stuff, and that's all I ever used it for. But
I
and you know, there was fun content, like fun, like Ryan Higa and stuff, fun
yeah.
videos on there. And now it's all just like so forced and so overdone that it's like it's hard to watch now. It's just not even
It is
enjoyable.
it is very hard to watch. Actually, I've had to ditch a lot of YouTubers that I used to watch because their content has changed to be clickbaity. But I used YouTube back in the day, and this is highbrow. This is, I mean, you can tell I was smart from doing this. I was watching Minecraft Let's Plays and stuff. Old Minecraft Let's Plays that weren't edited in or anything. It was good. It
Oh
was
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's okay because I have an eye for the content because of it. A little bit.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It was all not for naught.
Not for naught. It was not for naught. That
It's
isn't.
not for naught.
That's completely true. Unless it isn't. Unless I'm copying. I'm coping. I'm huffing copium. Have you heard that? Have you heard that, Ryan?
I have not heard that. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Good. You haven't gone to the depths of the YouTube slop that I have yet. It gets bad.
Probably not.
It gets bad. A lot of it is Twitch streamers coming over to YouTube. They use that type of lingo. It's bad. Oh, it's bad.
Yeah. I see.
Oh, anyway, Ryan, we're reaching our 59th minute, so we're actually in it currently right now. So we're gonna enter our last segment to round it off really nicely. And guess what? That segment is the end. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.